This is the Swipe Smart podcast. Join 80s babies Heather and Adam as they give perspective and share stories to help you navigate modern dating after 35. Welcome to Swipe Smart.
Yes, this is the Swipe Smart podcast. Welcome to a brand new kind of thing we're doing, a Thursday quickie.
Smart Quickie.
Yeah, Swipe Smart Quickie, because last Thursday was a little unorthodox and we did our interview still as we were getting to know each other. So, but every Thursday what we're going to do is bring you a quickie. It's not going to be a full-on regular podcast.
It's not a full-on love sesh.
Yeah, it's a quickie. So we're going to we're just going to introduce topics that are going to be complete random regarding love life and all things dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it. Reminder that this is episode 4 and episode 5 will come out on Monday. Every episodes, they always come out Monday and Thursday. Fresh episodes for you. So make sure you are hitting the subscribe button if you are watching on the favorite place to follow is going to be YouTube. We are found wherever you get your podcasts as well. You can even watch the video on Spotify. So what is the topic for today that we're just going to dive into?
Well, today,
quickly,
we're going to be talking about date nights and people, places, and things and all that matter when you're going on a date. And for me personally, what I prefer to do on a first date is obviously going to be different than what other people prefer to do on a first date. So we're going to talk about what we can do, what our dating styles are when it comes to our preferences of what we're doing, places, people, things on the first date. And then I want to talk about some out-of-the-box ideas for date nights because, you know, you can only go to a restaurant and grab dinner and a drink for so many times. And then it's just kind of like, ugh, okay, let's spice it up. Let's see them in a different environment.
So you're going to love what I just did.
Okay.
I asked ChatGPT.
What'd they say?
So do you want to go through these real quick? What I did real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I said to ChatGPT, I said, give me 10 good first dates. Okay. And I'm going to put these on the screen. So if you are following on Spotify and YouTube, congratulations. You are interactive with us right now. So now I will say this, it doesn't look like it's necessarily in order. It just says, certainly, here are 10 ideas for first dates that provide a mix of fun, conversation, and the opportunity to get to know each other. All right, so number 1, coffee or tea date. It says, keep it simple with a coffee or tea date at a cozy cafe. It's a low-pressure environment that allows for conversation. Now, I will say that is my favorite go-to.
Mm-hmm.
In talking to one of my friends, she mentioned that she doesn't like doing dinner because what if she wants to get the hell out of there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so coffee is like, okay, you can just have 13 sips and be done if that's truly what. But if you are not feeling it as he ordered the mozzarella sticks at Chili's, then you're kind of stuck. So you should have never went to Chili's. So I will say, is that fair? Is that fair? Although a lot of first dates happen at a restaurant, I feel like.
That's fine. I mean, I can get my own coffee. I particularly don't like first date coffee meetups because I have created and I already have had phone conversations and a FaceTime with them. So if I'm going to know
You have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I want to be able to do that. You have to understand, though, I am also dating people, like, longer distance. So we have to, our first date meetup situation is a bit different.
Oh.
Right? So I have to have that interaction. If it's a local person, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're here. We'll get to know it. I'm down for a little coffee and just meet up and see if it's a cool conversation. I appreciate that. But typically what I have been doing lately, it needs to be a bit more substantial than just a coffee because I don't want to rush that first date experience. Like, oh, you got to go somewhere. I had a guy one time say, I am able to do lunch between like 12:30 and 2. We could sneak it in there. And I was like, oh, don't pencil me in like that. Like, I want you to take a bit more. Like, I said something like, I require a little bit more time than just 90 minutes. Or I'm going to be well worth more than 90 minutes or something like that.
Ooh, I like that out of you.
You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
said something because I'm not like I didn't want to do like a rush look, like, oh, can you pencil me in and do that for me? Like, you know what I mean? No.
It's not I'm not like a Zoom meeting with
I'm
the
not
head
a part
of
your
marketing.
daily agenda.
Yeah, I'm not head of marketing here.
Yeah.
We're going on a date. Like, this isn't.
Yeah.
Well, get with.
Well, I am in between meetings at this time and this time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like, no.
Well, get with Johnson and then get with your guys and we'll schedule a Zoom.
So
no,
my people are calling your people?
No,
like,
I'm
what?
going on a date with you. I'm not.
Exactly. So, I mean, coffee dates, I get that. Like,
Keeping it simple is what I do enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I like you yet.
Create good conversation and it'd be interesting enough to do that. I would tell you what though, I don't like when people are like, "You want to go for a walk?" And I'm like, "No." I don't. I simply just say no. I don't want to go for a walk. I'm not like a dog, and I actually like going and walk solo dolo. Like, I walk for a different reason. Like, you know what I mean? So it's that I don't really particularly like that either.
So number 2 is outdoor adventure.
I don't want to go.
This is ChatGPT.
I don't want to go like.
I don't want that for my first either.
No, not like a first date. But if you're like on a second or third date and being like, "Hey, I want to go hiking or I want to try this rock climbing place. Are you down to try that with me?" I'd be like, "Okay, cool." Like, awesome. Like, that's like second, third, fourth date territory stuff. But no, it'd be like, "Oh, me and my friends are come meet me up here and play pickleball with us." And then I'm like, "Okay." And then we're there, and then I'm like, oh, this is just like you kind of seeing how I am in this environment. I want a first date to be a lot more intimate. So even like a meetup, I still want it to be one-on-one. I don't want to join your friends.
Yeah.
No
pickleball first date.
Yeah.
Like, that's, come on.
Like, oh, that's like, sometimes I think guys just want to do it so in a public area and not like look like it's supposed to be a date or that they met me from this app and I'm like, no, that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah.
I don't really like that. So no outdoor adventure on a first date.
Okay. Then next one, I can kind of dig this. In our city here, there is a cool Lincoln kind of museum at our local library. Art gallery or museum.
Totally there for that.
Explore a local art gallery or museum because it provides a stimulating environment for conversation and sharing opinions of the exhibits. Totally
love this. The nerd part of me, I have had so many like asks for people to be like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to go to a museum. If I'm especially in like a new city or what have you, I love art galleries and love museums. So that to me, sapiosexual, loves. I'm like, cool. How is this person intellectually compatible with me? Can they just create conversation? And it's like it's a museum. It's an art gallery, what have you. Chances are they're gonna have a little, like, you can grab a coffee and then walk in there and just like walk around for, that's more stimulating than me like walking in a park.
Yeah.
With you.
I like the sharing opinions on the exhibits. Like,
exactly.
You can point to this and say, wow, did you know Lincoln?
Well, then you're discovering what their perspective.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
I like that.
Number 4, I'm not into. However, if I knew that I was going on a date with a big time cooker, I would do it. Mm-hmm. Take a cooking class together. It's a hands-on experience that can be both fun and a great way to see how well you work together.
I love that.
So I'm down with that, but when you see how well you work together, I'd rather do some kind of fun challenge, like, or whatever. But
like an escape room?
Yeah, or something. But I'm not.
Take me to an escape room and I will like die.
I would do that. It's not my go-to, but I would. If it was her idea, I'd be on board. But I gotta say, cooking class I wouldn't be into. However, I would absolutely do it if she mentioned it. Like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, let's do it. And I would be excited.
Yeah.
But I would never come up with that on my own.
Why is that?
Because I don't enjoy cooking.
That's a shame.
Because, and here's why I don't enjoy it. Because I wasn't raised to enjoy it. I was raised to eat the food, not cook it. It takes over an hour to do all this stuff. Really put this here, put that there. And then I'm done eating it in about 4 minutes.
Well,
I'm like, I'm not into it. That's just me, though.
Okay. Well, be sure to download my Trader Joe picks and all of those meals that you could do quickly at home within like a half hour or less. And they're divine and they're good. So go ahead and do that up. And then when you are comfortable with your lady, you can whip her up a nice little meal and she'll be really impressed. So you're welcome.
That's fair.
Shameless plug, but plug nevertheless. Peep my Trader Joe's content.
No,
okay?
I am. No, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to do an escape room challenge. I think that is just hell on earth. I've been to a couple escape rooms and like maybe I got a riddle or something, but I don't need anything to make me feel a little stupid. And
as you're with a first date.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like they're like doing this division and crazy like math or like, oh, I know chemistry. And I'm like, shut up. Yeah. I know who knows this stuff. Like, I hate escape
chemistry.
rooms.
You plus me equals ew.
Yeah, exactly. So no escape rooms. But if y'all are into it, if you're both like,
yeah, if that comes up in conversation.
If that comes up in conversation, be like, oh my God, we had so much fun. We should do that together. Like, oh yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. That's completely different.
Absolutely.
How about, are you into the mini golf bowling? Are we 17 years old?
I do love mini golf.
So you are 17.
I am 17, and I love go-karts.
Engage in a friendly competition with a game of mini golf or bowling. It's a casual setting.
I don't want to bowl.
That encourages interaction.
I like go-karts and mini golf forever.
Okay, that is a classic double date.
I went
with
on a
her
first
best friend
date and did that, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and golfing was our thing.
Were
I was
you
like
17?
more into golfing at that time. No, I was like 27.
Okay, not a fan. Just like I don't know, mini golf, bro. Like
but that was something we also had in common. Like we would go to the driving range.
If it comes up in conversation,
yeah,
okay. But
so that was our first date.
Not feeling ChatGPT, but I love that we're debunking this, and I love that you can type into ChatGPT on your own and different things. Now, I will say I like the next three. Okay, we'll go quickly into them because they're kind of together. At least here locally at our farmers market, it is the number one in the state of Indiana, and it is number 3 in the Midwest and like number 5 in the overall nation.
NBD.
Like it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So food truck tour, live performance, and farmers market stroll. So you can do all 3 of these in our fair city.
Let's do day dates
at one location. So the food trucks, in the summer, explore local food trucks together. You can try a variety of foods and share your favorites. Attend a live performance. There are 2 live performances every Saturday at this farmers market, which is number 8.
Hello.
So, I mean, it's just cool. Visit a farmer's market, sample local produce, and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere. It's very vibrant. It's a relaxed setting with plenty of opportunities for conversation. A lot of dogs, a lot of people watching, a lot of picking out your favorite vendor, things like that. Love that. So 6, 7, and 8 is food truck tour, live performance, farmers market stroll. Same page on that one, right? Same page, like solid, right?
Yeah, I love that. And it's just like, you do get to support some like local vendors and you get to kind of see what they're kind of hip to and what they're not hip to. And I like that a lot. So, and anything during the day, let's bring back breakfast dates. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I love a breakfast date. Take me to brekkie like on a Wednesday morning.
That's not a thing. I'm not opposed to that, but you understand, like most people don't have that schedule.
Sometimes people do have that schedule.
Yeah.
And if I could have can I meet you at 9 a.m. at another broken egg, and we can like kick it and have really great conversation.
That's
and I gotta be out by 10:30.
Sorry, I need more than 90 minutes.
10:30, 11, whatever.
Well,
I mean, I think when you have like the same lifestyle as someone who has that, you can do that.
No question.
That's the kind of life I want to try to create.
I can definitely do that. I make my own schedule, and I could totally do Wednesday 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But the average.
I'm more or less just saying we need to make sure that
bring it back.
We need to have just dates during the day in general. Dates don't always have to be just a night, just an evening. Sometimes, I get a lot of times people are like, oh, nights and weekends work best for me. Nights and weekends works best for me right now, but hopefully, it doesn't always have to be like that. And I just think that, having a stroll where you're still in the public, you're trying new things, you're creating conversation, you're being exposed to new ideas or places like a museum or something like that. I think that's a super dope thing. I just don't want to like go to an escape room. I don't want to be a part of an like a scavenger hunt. I don't want to be walking in a park.
Yeah.
I just not for first dates.
So
like,
I didn't scroll ahead, and number 9 is escape room challenge. I didn't even know that.
Screw that escape room bullshit.
You were talking about escape room
it.
like 8 minutes ago, and here it is at number 9. Test your teamwork and problem-solving skills with an escape room challenge. It's a unique and exciting way to bond. Now, I don't disagree with that, but I do agree more with you. Is like that's not for first date stuff unless you're both
want to be stressed.
Unless you're both nerding out and you've talked about it and you're like, oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. So, and then number 10 is very difficult for us in the Midwest, but if you can do that, a beach picnic is pretty solid. Although I will say this. It's a little romantic for a very first date. You're trying to see what I will say about that is I'm trying to see if you even deserve a beach picnic. Mm-hmm. That's why I do the coffee date. That's why I do the farmer's market stroll. That's why I do the other things. A first date, you really have to be feeling each other on a different level where you say things like, I feel like I've already met you. I've done that before. I've had those dates where I've said, I'm so excited to meet you. I feel like I've known you for a while. Yeah. I love talking to you. I have said that before. And those first dates always do go better because of that like connection. But in general, I'm not feeling a beach picnic for the first date.
Yeah, probably not. It sounds a little isolated. I don't want to be in isolation for like a first date situation.
I need the farmer's market stroll because it's more people and like you can set yourself up. Like I'll say this, not to be like the movie Hitch where I'm Will Smith like giving you like all these things, but like here's what I'll say, guys, that I've learned in sales training and different things. Sales and dating is completely about making the other person feel comfortable, and it's relational. And here's what I'll say. Position yourself. And here's what I mean by that. If you are meeting at Starbucks, and I say that because whatever city you happen to be listening to, there is a Starbucks. Please don't go there. Yeah. Go to your local.
Please.
But okay, you go to Starbucks. Guys, always, 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 always be 10 minutes early. Always, always, always position yourself against the wall so that she is only looking beyond you is the wall. There's nothing else that her eyes can wander. Stack the deck. Be early. Find a location where you have her attention. Be engaging. Think about things that you want to talk about before she gets there. Offer to get her drink. I know it's not a big deal. And you mentioned even earlier, I like that you said that I can get my own coffee. Like, I get it. But it's the gesture, like showing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, but little things like that.
That would be a strike if he was like, all right, and he paid for his coffee, walked away, then I had to go up and pay for mine. Absolutely freaking not.
That's definitely another topic that we get into on a Monday. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So does that make sense? Like, I've learned that to take ownership and to like be the man in the situation. Like, girls appreciate that. I used to have a friend that said, a man with a plan is a man I can stand. And I know that's goofy, but look, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still saying it. And it's like, so do that. Like, be intentional about where you want to sit, and be intentional about if you're walking along a street, make sure that you are on the outside shoulder of her, protecting her from traffic. If you're at a farmer's market, make like things like that. Like, think about those things. Be intentional. And I feel like your first dates can go better.
Absolutely. And then you're already going to be talking about the second one towards the end of the first date.
Yep. And then there could be wedding bells.
Ayo. And that
then you wouldn't listen to our show anymore.
Stop it. And that is a Swipe Smart Quickie. Those are some date ideas. Be sure to always email us at swipesmartpodcast@gmail.com if you have any other ideas, or if you want to share a funny story, or you need another piece of advice on a date, or you want to throw it out an idea, whatever. We're here for you. I love this. Thank you for all of your insight And ChatGPT did its thing.
Man, did its thing. And so ChatGPT says we will see you on Monday.
Oh my God. I love it.
Swipe smart.
Woo.